Yeah. Several years later, I was watching a program here not too many years ago on television, recapping some of the stories about unexplained things, and they was talking about Building 18 Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and this program ended. They were distinguished-looking people. I don't know who they were. He said, you know, the odd thing about that, he said, you remember Curtis LeMay? Yeah, and he said, you know Barry Goldwater? He was a Major General in the Colorado Air National Guard, and Curtis LeMay was a 4-star Chief of Staff of the Air Force. And General Goldwater and LeMay were together doing something. And General Goldwater says, General, what is this I hear about Building 18 at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base? And said, Curtis LeMay looked around and looked right at him. And Curtis LeMay got right up in his face with his finger and said, don't you ever ask me that question again. And he got real close. He said, don't you ever ask me that question again. And the program ended. So I always remember that. I don't know how you tie it all together, but I know that the guys I talked to were good working guys. You work with them every day. They wouldn't be dressed all up pretty like that. I said, I can't understand why you have to dress up in ties, but that's the way they wanted it. I don't know who they were. I worked for base engineer all these years, a good many years. I retired from there with 50 years of service, and I spent most of it in base engineer, right, Pat? Anyhow, one time he come to me and said, Harry, I'm building 250 or 450 on the back up the top of the hill. So we got 4 or 5 big trailers in there and all the hallways that make all the connections. We got to get them out of there. If you tear all them out, there's a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of heavy electricity, a lot of timber. He said, we'll give you the material if you want to take leave and tear it all out. I said, we'll do it. So I got another guy, me and him, Shaner, said there's no power there. You got to draw power from inside 450 somewhere to get in, because down here the lab you're going to take out, all the power's been cut for that little lab. Because you look around, we'll show you all the pigtails on the transformers up there. And I've seen 4 or 5 of them cut off. So yeah, you have to draw your power with long cords from somewhere else, which we did. But one room was full of panels, about as high as this room, electric panels, great big panels, that high. And they had all this big switch gear in there. And to get them panels out, we wanted to get all that copper was attached to them. So you had to reach in, and each one of them cut. You can see the size of this cable, the size of this cable. There's 3 cables right there. And you got to use bolt cutters to cut. And he was up on the roof, and I'd cut 4 or 5 of them. Now engineers took me around and showed me all the transformers have been cut. No power in this facility at all. He's over there cutting, and I'd cut 2 of them things, and I run out of strength. I didn't have enough strength to do it with the bolt cutters because a lot of squeezing. And I threw the bolt cutters down before I cut the last one. And as I walked about as close as I am to her, they lane, a big spark jumped out from me to her, great big spark. And the spark that was from me in the box. And I said, that can't be, because I just cut 2 of them, and I never seen I need static electricity with a spark like that. So I went over to Building 450. I knew a contract electrician over there. He come over, he said, that can't be, Harry. They cut all the power, all the transformers. That's what the engineers told me. He said, let me take my instrument. He come over there and touched that thing. He said, my God, there's a full load on this system. He said, my God, you cut them too with a full power on? I said, I cut them too, but I didn't have enough strength. He said, man, the good Lord was with you. He said, look, of all these other ones, look down here. This one feeds from underground. There was a cable that big around, housing, coming up from underground, fed that one thing. All the rest of them were fed off the transformers on the poles. So they didn't know that. So I come back close to being killed. He said, "You've been burnt to a toast, just touching." He said, "What? I don't even see, when you threw that down, and when you walked from it and you'd cut two of them, and you got a spark that long, like blue and red, you wasn't even touching nothing. Just think what if you'd had to hold them bolt cutters." I said, "My God, you don't know how you're alive." So I always kept this. I cut two of them with a full blood on them, and the fourth one, they had to get an electrician to cut the whole system down so I could get that one out. So it tells you, sometimes you always don't believe everything you hear. You better check it out.